48 yards, I run it back. Hey, I cop a car, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. Bad, yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium. A few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. Hey, we got to get to that. We might go there. 65.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. They run. It's Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down now, it's Black. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Jumper, 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 jumper. Shoot, shoot. 30 seconds.
On third down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. I'm coming for you. Good dance. Go. Check your hot read. No. Set, go. Set up.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the 38, Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 27 yards there, a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got
Now they'll run on the draw. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Let him know.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Go. Rush in. Run. Watch twitch. Wide. Go. Where's the thing go?
Try and start the drive with Gurley. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
2nd and 10 at the 1-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Second down, defense, let's go. Check out route. Patch it. 6 guys.
They try right side here, Gurley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is partner.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 8. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
A gain of 15. And a Raven 1st down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Black. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson now. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine. We ain't giving up nothing today. Anyway, slam. Excellent. Hey, 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Here we go. Where'd he go?
3rd and goal, Jackson. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
You got tight right there. Back. Check 99.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A 1st down run there for Gurley, but nothing opening up as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Throwing on 2nd down, Prescott steps away to his left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Check, cross, swing, go.
Prescott off play action. This is caught. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Reset.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
At the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Let's get this. One twist. Bang. Out. Hey, go. Check 24.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Ready? Switch. Cover. Go. 34 is Mike. Set. Go. Ready. Cut. Go. Mike 34. Ready. Go. Curl. Cut up. 34's a Mike. He's cut. Ready. Go. Check in. I'm on. Set up. Check Mike 34. Mike. Set. Cut.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And some room to maneuver. A big run there by Gurley. 53 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Watch Mike. Watch the run.
Prescott to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jackson got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And a throw right sideline is complete. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Black. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Black. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. from the gun. Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Andy Isabella, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. So
good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the counter, Gurley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Gurley. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Switch. Go.
Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Deep. All day. Defense. All day. Check. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. He don't know no better. Watch twins.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
And the Raven first down.
Let's go now.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson on first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now they'll run on the draw.
I got you, boy.
It's a 6-yard pickup to get them back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, check right, check right. Hold. Let's go, D. Mark 55, Mark 55.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Todd Gurley, 78 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Especially when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Jackson operating from the gun, being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one That puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long.
Bang out. Check 43. Deuce. Gun. Kill.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Here we go. 15 on it.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a...
And that pressure gets to him again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Dallas, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never